Welcome to this week's edition of Go Well with Sharon, guys. We are back on location at the fabulous Hullabaloo Interiors, and boy, do we have a lineup for you today. I will be chatting to my good friend and the amazing Lindsay Ziehl about domestic violence issues and the training that she's doing. And then we have a special visual treat for you guys. I'll be chatting to Gareth Munro, a fabulous young artist from Port Elizabeth. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. I've got Lindsay Ziehl with me, who is a very prominent and very inspiring lady right here from Port Elizabeth. Lindsay, thank you for chatting to me today.
It's wonderful to see you again, Sharon, and thank you for that wonderful introduction. That's lovely.
Pleasure's all mine. Now, Lindsay, I'm curious. You've had a long, amazing career working with women specifically. Can you tell us a little bit about it and sort of standout moments for you with this very illustrious career of yours?
Well, I think, I spent 16 to 17 years working with women, gender-based violence and domestic violence, as you know. And I think the most standout situation for me is when we see women that come out of those situations and actually start to change their lives. You can sit back and say, well, at least we've done something and we've changed people's lives, and that's what it's all about, really. And during that time, of course, I was very fortunate and honoured to be able to receive some awards for that and being sort of recognised for the work that you do. And for me, that is tremendous, that somebody can say, oh, we know who she is and we know what she's done, but it is a team effort. I've always said, it's not just one person, it takes a team. So I was very fortunate to be able to go to Britain and to Buckingham Palace and receive an award, which is the MBE, which is the most excellent order of the British Empire, which I was told is the highest civilian award in the world for charity work. So, that was one of my highlights, but there have been many.
Absolutely, with such a long career, it really has been. Now, that was absolutely amazing. And you met Princess Margaret, am I right?
Princess Anne.
Princess Anne, sorry. Princess Anne, folks. What was it like to receive that award from somebody like that?
It was surreal at the time to actually walk into Buckingham Palace. I had a very good experience, though, walking up one of those beautiful staircases, and there was a gentleman in a uniform, as each door has a gentleman in a uniform. But this particular gentleman said to me, "Who hundred?" And I sort of turned, and he said, I said, "But you're speaking Afrikaans." And he said, "Yes." I said, "Well, how did you know that I'm from South Africa?" And he said, "We know everything here." And that was lovely. And then eventually meeting the Princess Royal, as she's known. She's the Queen's daughter. And we chatted for a while about domestic violence around the world. And she's very knowledgeable, and she asked me about South Africa and what we do here and the work we're doing. And she said, just keep up the good work. You're doing a wonderful job. And that was great, But the thing that scared me more than ever, because she actually made me feel at ease, was the curtsying, because I was petrified. You had to curtsy before you met her, and when you'd finish, you had to back off and then curtsy. And I practiced for weeks before to make sure that I wasn't going to fall down, and luckily I didn't. So it was a wonderful experience, and getting to meet a lot of people that were there for awards, different awards. Soldiers were getting awards for heroism and various different things, and there were some celebs there as well. So it was a day that I will always remember.
That's absolutely amazing. So, folks, we have a celebrity right here in Port Elizabeth. Now, Lindsay, obviously you have changed careers a little bit. There's new things on the horizon for you, training, etc. Would you like to mention a little bit about that?
I'd love to mention it. Well, I've started a company called Ziehl Training, and really it is to train companies on what to do and how to do things when you're approached by a staff member who is going through a domestic violence situation. And, it's also good for companies to be proactive and to take the training on in case they have situations, because you may have 100 people working for you. I'm going to tell you that at least 30 of those women that work there are going through or have been going through a domestic violence situation. So it's extremely important to have this training so that we can tell people exactly what to do and how to do it. Unfortunately, through the years, South Africans do not know what to do in that situation. We know that only 9% of South Africans know what to do if they're in that type of situation. So I'm here to say Ziehl Training will come into your company and we will explain everything, step by step, what needs to be done. And I'm a qualified therapist, so I'm also willing to assist any of their staff members that perhaps need counselling as well. So not only are we book smarts at Ziehl Training, but we deal in the real world. We've had a lot of experience dealing with women on a day-to-day basis, and that's very important because every situation concerning domestic violence is different. So that's what I'm doing now, Ziehl Training. So we are going to be travelling all through the country, training various different companies, and I'm looking forward to it. It's exciting. I did training many, many years ago, and I trained in interpersonal skills. And so this is a little bit slightly different now, but just as exciting and just as rewarding.